Hello, everyone. Let me start with a question. How many of you have seen a sales dashboard with the dozens of charts, multiple tabs, and endless filters? Now, another question. How many times did leadership actually change a decision because of that dashboard? Which we are going to see it right away. You can see there are so many views, so many filters, and so many things which is happening here. Do you know what's the harsh truth? Most sales dashboard look impressive, definitely, but quietly fail every single day. Failure is not due to technical. Failure is actually due to conceptually it's not meeting so many things. Okay. So we will see that what exactly the executives wants and what exactly they are looking into. To understand why dashboard fails, we must first understand the expectation gap. What is expected and what we are delivering. So what happens? You can see that what leadership wants. They wants to know what changed, what did it, why did it happen, or why did it change? What should we do next? Okay, so these are the questions which are in the leadership's mind when they try to use the analytics. However, what the dashboard delivers, it delivers static number. It delivers raw KPIs, and there is no as such guidance around it. Executive don't want, or ideally they don't only need charts. They need something to ask questions. They want to see a KPI and a question might should trigger in their mind. Just for example, why did enterprise revenue drop last quarter? What happens? This is the question which the leadership might have. What the dashboard shows: revenue by month, revenue by region, and product wise revenue split in a bar chart. Do you think that that is sufficient? No. So we will see what are the reasons due to which the dashboard fails. The biggest reason is that there are too many KPIs. Means you can see that so many KPIs are there instead of relevant KPIs which should be highlighted. Everything, all the KPIs are critical for business, that's for sure. But if you have so many KPIs, nothing stands out. There is no hierarchy, correct? So what happens that sales dashboard might show revenue, volume, then your growth percentage, year on year percentage, quarter over quarter percentage. But which three metrics or which are the more core metrics might be the trigger point for any leadership to think more deep into the business? So those are the questions which we have to understand from a leadership's perspective. If everything is highlighted, definitely there is something which is missing. It's not giving the actual picture. So it's always better that we have to have a highlight, or we have to show only those main KPIs first, and then we can go with other KPIs as well. Now let's see what is the second failure due to which the dashboard fails. So you can see let's have a simple test. If a dashboard is simply telling that your these are your sales performance trend wise over the month, over a pie chart, you are saying that which all contributions are happening from which particular products, which all regions are giving you that sales. Do you think that is quite clear? It's a vague dashboard ideally. So now if I have to talk about an insights, a powerful business question, if you are able to form through our dashboard, it will give more insight to the sales rep, or rather the leadership team. What might be the question that why did revenue drop 8% in Q3 in enterprise segment? So these kind of questions, if you are able to trigger through our dashboard, then it's the success for our dashboard. Otherwise, it's definitely a failure. Now let's see what is the third failure reason. So you can see here that data is presented without any context, or there is no benchmark to validate against. Here you can see that it is mentioned that in Q3 the revenue was 4.2 million pounds, correct? But what the leader will get from this particular chart, whether it's a good sign or it's a bad sign, how would they know? If we add a context to it, definitely it would be easy for the leadership to interpret. Now let's see how it can change. The same visual, if we add a target, that okay, so your target was 4.5 and you have achieved only 4.2, that means it's giving a context that you have not met your target. Correct? Now, second thing, if you are able to compare that, okay, so last period you have achieved 3.8, so compared to that, definitely you have improved. However, on the terms of revenue, sorry, target, you have not achieved as much you should be achieving. So if you have providing this kind of context, then it is giving a good value to your dashboard. Now let's see, there are like most dashboards stops at symptoms. You will just give some kind of symptoms and you will show that the revenue is down or the conversion ratio or conversion rate is less. But what leader will ask that which segment it is less? Is it entirely the revenue is less, or due to a specific segment, or at which stage this conversion was not happening, or which stage is more stagnant, or more all the opportunities are getting stuck in that particular stage, or which product or which sales motion it is happening. Example, if you are able to tell that okay, so revenue dropped 10% because your out of which the enterprise was down by 18%. Okay, so these kind of questions, if you are able to do, then it's always good. Otherwise, if you're just simply telling that, okay, so revenue is down, conversion is down, leadership might think that, okay, so then again, I have to do a drill down on of all those KPIs in a different level, then only I would be able to understand. Now, the next failure, what happens? That we, again, as we have mentioned, that we have given the symptoms, but we stop. We don't say, so what? What is going to happen? Let me ask you something important. After looking at any dashboard, if a leadership is not able to find that what is the next step of action for next day or so, do you think that dashboard is serving the purpose it should be? Definitely no. It's always that if a dashboard doesn't change a decision, it's already failed. If you are not able to make any decision for next day using your dashboard, then definitely it's not going to create an impact to your leadership team. Now let's see that what are the exact mindset, what leadership thinks, and how a traditional dashboard comes up with. Traditional dashboard generally starts with the data availability. They will select all those metrics that which needs to be displayed. They will build the dashboard and they will think that it is sufficient to generate some kind of insights. However, a leadership flow looks entirely different. Leadership will first see, they will not look at data. They will start with a decision that why should we invest, which segment needs fixing, or what region needs intervention, or which sales rep is not performing. So these are the business questions which is already there in their mind, which is like which defines the decisions, and then they identify what are other questions which should be tagged to find a concrete solution. Then there should be supporting KPIs or metrics to support that question which is there in their mind, and then design the dashboard. If you have this kind of flow in your dashboard, definitely it would be a success. It will definitely tell you that how a decision can be made, or how you can help in getting or creating any kind of decision. Okay, now let's see that even all the leaders, all the KPIs are important. For all the leaders, sorry, for all the leaders, all the KPIs which are present are important. However, it is very much crucial that you have to scan the dashboard and take out the first lot of KPIs which makes more sense. Ideally, 5 to 7 KPIs plays the vital role, which should be your first focus. Then you might move to the managerial KPIs and then the foundational KPIs, which might be more. Okay, so first you have to have all the executive views or all the executive KPI sets. Then you move to the managerial, which is more operational, and then you move to the foundational, which is further more level of details are present. Okay, so by doing this, you would be able to draft a proper dashboard layout, which would be more efficient. Now, second thing, what happens that the most valuable analysis, you can see that it explains changes, not just the statuses. It will only say that, okay, so status is definitely boring. So change is interesting. So always the leadership will try to look from the change perspective, means what changed? Where did it change? Why did it change? So these are the questions which leaders might have their questions around. So you should be able to do a variance analysis, contribution analysis, some kind of drivers if you can able to tell. For example, let's take an example. The revenue is down by 8%. You can explain this as volume was down by 5%, price got reduced by 3%, and enterprise, due to which the enterprise deals were impacted. So if you are able to break down this, so if it is like 8% down, the leaders are not, they will not react to the totals. They ideally react to the movements. That okay, so volume came down, pricing came down, due to which the enterprise deal were impacted. So if you are able to do this kind of thing, the primary drivers ideally, then you can create a very good plan or very good dashboard, which is more efficient and more insightful. Now let's see that what are the other things which leadership might think of. Correct? Means definitely insight alone is useless unless it leads to an action. We have seen in our previous video that where we talked about how to solve a business case or business case study. We were saying that okay, so every insight out there, however, there should be some action and then a impact, which that particular action is going to take or provide. Correct? So that kind of story, if you are able to build, if you have not watched my previous video on that, do watch it. It's quite insightful on that part as well. Okay, coming back to this video. So if you see that first, it definitely will provide the insight. Insight building is really important and it builds the credibility. However, the action which is tagged to those insight builds trust. And once you're able to do that, your impact, what is going to happen, will build the influence of your dashboard or influence of your KPIs or overall look and feel. This is how analytics earned a seat at the table on entire when the audience is present, like your leadership team or your leadership entire board of directors are present. So if you are able to bring this kind of story, then you are already on the top ladder. Now, before we end, I just want to conclude that always start with a decision. What question you are going to provide answer to. Then see that which all KPIs are there which can support this kind of answers or this kind of provide answer to this kind of questions. Reduce it and then divide into different views, like the executive view, the managerial views, the operational views. So different views, if you are able to do executive views focused only on the top 5 to 7 KPIs, and then you drill down further for operations level as well as your managerial level thing. Then insist on so what. So if you are able to do this, so what is the next step, what you are going to provide, what are the recommended actions or insights which are going to come over using this particular dashboard. So if you're able to have your story around all these 3 steps, your dashboard will never fail. Your dashboard will stand out from the crowd and your leadership team would definitely appreciate your effort and your analytical skills. Hope you get an idea that how you should present your data, how a leadership thinks. Think from that angle. It's not that you have to have jazzy color with flashing numbers to impress your audience. It is majorly how a story is built around your data set, how you're presenting your data to find a solution to a business problem. Hope this particular lecture was quite useful to you. If yes, definitely consider subscribing to my channel and share this video with your colleagues. Thank you so much for watching my video. I'm looking forward for meeting with you again in my next video. Thank you.